LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
At power forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 4, Luis Scola. Number 17, the big man in the middle. He's a 7-foot center from Lithuania. This is Jonas Valanciunas. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 5, Damari Carroll. And number 10, he's a 6'7" guard from USC. Ladies and gentlemen, DeMar DeRozan. From Villanova, a 6-foot guard, number 7, Kyle Lowry. Your head coach is Dwayne Casey. Ladies and gentlemen, your Toronto Raptors.
The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Raptors. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
And I think for Toronto, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving at the 1 spot.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Valanciunas hits them both. Raptors on defense. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic, and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now, here's Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in. Lowry's got his first 2 points.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's Love penetrating, and he gets it to go.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
So it's Toronto now. 4-point game. Lowry against Irving. Lowry passes to Scola.
Sticking too much.
Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Lowry against Irving. Love with the screen on Lowry. Kicks it out to Love. Off target with his three. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against Charlotte.
Yeah, they did not necessarily a way they would have drawn it up, but they did get the job done a lot tighter than they wanted. But mentally, sometimes that can also give you a boost when you can win when you're not at your best.
I agree. They'll take it all the same, even though it wasn't pretty. And no matter how ugly it was, they're happy to get out of there with the W.
Here's Irving, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with David Blatt.
He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas, and that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JV's still developing his skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. And you factor in his motor, he can really impact the game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
And thank you for that, Doris.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Now here's Irving, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Shot clock at 6. Love goes in. And the shot is good.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Toronto leading by 8. Lowry with the ball. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. DeRozan on the wing, covered by Smith. Fade away. Love grabs the board.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Smith kicks to Love.
That's a walk.
It's good, the assist that time from Smith. 6 points for Kevin Love. The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Lowry against Irving. The drive by Lowry. Can't capitalize on the good screen. The Cavaliers trail by 6. LeBron with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Love with the screen on Lowry. Irving kicks to Love. Shoots from 12. Again, Love missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Lowry dishes to Carroll. DeRozan against Irving. And it's DeRozan missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Mozgov passes to Smith. Carroll against James. Picked by Mozgov. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors leading by 6. To the inside. It's tipped. Mozgov with the steal. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Smith with the ball. Irving against Lowry. Irving kicks to Mozgov. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Mozgov, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good for Mozgov. Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember, Clark, back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Irving dishes to Smith. It's a pick by Love. And it's Smith penetrating. No good off the front iron.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Now, here's Lowry, following the miss by J.R. Smith. And Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got his first bucket in this one.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
Love with the bucket.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Irving against Lowry.
Move the ball.
13 feet away. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Last time they met in Cleveland.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
Raptors leading by 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Johnson, he's checked in for Luis Scola. And then for Cleveland, Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. And it's Thompson in for Kevin Love. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Irving passes to LeBron. Here's Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. From past the arc. Shot is no good. Well, the Cavaliers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. The kick out to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The drive by Lowry. One thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. Some changes for Toronto. Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And so Lowry nails both of them. Now James. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Charlotte.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Irving attacking. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
2 shots.
That's good from Irving.
on the court at both ends.
Freaks checked in for Toronto. And Cleveland also making a change. Williams, he's checked in for Smith. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
They get it back. Johnson, nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
Johnson the screen. And Joseph kicks to Johnson. It's good from long range. Johnson's got 5 more. And so it's Cleveland with it, trailing by 5. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap, a freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Here's Joseph following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Joseph off a pick from Francis. Patterson. And again, Toronto with the triple.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's LeBron. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Joseph with the ball. He's covered by Irving.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
And here is Joseph. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 5 on the clock. And another basket for Toronto.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm. Right now, incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
I want everyone here in the Air Canada Center to give it up and cheer on your dance band.
have a chance. Here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. In third, the Cavaliers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the...
Iman Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland.
Iman Shumpert.
He kicks to James. The 9-foot shot. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have
Patience.
exactly of that variety.
Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Chance to check out LeBron James. He's been dominant over the last month. He's putting up about 21 points per, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Impossible to guard right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Here's Joseph. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And it's denied. But they get it back. Johnson kicks to Joseph. Freak dishes to Johnson. Good D by Thompson.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
LeBron against Ross. The drive by James. Shumpert gets a wide open look from outside off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Kicks it to Patterson. Pass to Ross. Inside. And it's Johnson that time on the assist from Ross. And it's 7 points for Johnson.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. James kicks to Williams. Drops in the tray.
For 3.
Raptors leading by 3. Now here's Joseph. Johnson sets the screen for Joseph. They grab their own miss. Francis passes to Johnson. Here's Joseph. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Joseph's got 5 points so far. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Toronto ahead, leading by 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And, of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership. Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here? tonight.
Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves seemed to be struggling. He dropped in a handful of points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. A trend sort of developing now. It's been a streak of less than stellar games. These are hard sometimes to break out of, and we'll be watching to see him try to do just that, Kevin.
Good work as always, Doris. Thank you. Well, we haven't seen too many games, guys, like that out of him before.
And you know what? I'm thinking we'll see a different guy here tonight. Hard to imagine he'd have back-to-back bad games.
Yep, forget about back-to-back bad games on an individual basis. What he really wants to avoid are back-to-back losses.
Lowry drives in. Williams with the block. From the line, another shot, and Shumpert finishes inside. Shumpert's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now, here's Lowry. 6 points for him. No good from Valanciunas.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
That is good. And the Raptors lead by 2.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Here's Williams. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Lowry against Williams. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
James kicks to Shumpert. To the middle. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Love.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Toronto. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patterson. And Damari Carroll subbed in for James Johnson. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Smith checked in for Shumpert. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Mo Williams. Valanciunas hits them both. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Jefferson passing to Mozgov. Feeds it to Irving. Down low, Jefferson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Irving with a clean look. And it's off the back rim, no good.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot. But sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
First free throw is good.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Mozgov, a screen on DeRozan. Smith drives in and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Raptors leading by 5. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
And it's Irving missing.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Here's Irving, following the score by DeMar DeRozan.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Jefferson kicks to Mozgov. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And now it's only a 5-point Toronto lead. Lowry with the ball. He's got 9. It's Scola with the drive. And stolen by Love. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Mozgov kicks to Irving. Back to Mozgov. No good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now here's Lowry. And there's the pass to Valanciunas.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Irving against Lowry. Love with the screen for Irving. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
A floater. The shot by Lowry, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
The shot's good from Irving.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 9, and he gets it to go. And the Raptors lead by 6. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's a pick by Love. Irving drives in, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Move the ball.
Here's Lowry. He dishes it to Scola. Back to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Again, Toronto. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Irving dishes to Smith. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
The Cavaliers shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. DeRozan against Irving. Love with the screen on DeRozan. Irving drives in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And now just a 4-point Toronto lead. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Screen by Scola. The 3. That's good. 19 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Love, no good.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Now here's Scola. Now the dish to Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He has 8 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. A new group in now for the Raptors. Johnson, he's checked in for Scola. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Freaks checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Cleveland also making some changes. Varejao comes in for Kevin Love. And LeBron's subbed in for Richard Jefferson. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Smith drives in. Toronto grabs the miss. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Valanciunas with a screen on Irving. There's a screen. And they call an illegal screen here.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. 2nd in assists, 2nd in 3-point field goal percentage. And they're ranked 3rd overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
And let's go back to their assists for a second. When you're sharing the ball like they have, I think it really builds chemistry and trust. This is a group that really plays for each other.
That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
And, guys, last season was a painful one for Anderson Varejao. He had finally shaken the back injury that sidelined him the year before, signs the multi-year contract extension with the Cavs. Things were starting to look up, and only 3 weeks later, he tears the Achilles and was ruled out for the season. You talk about a tough break.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in. And adding insult to injury, certainly, Greg, as you were talking about, Varejao played well at the start of last season. Shooting 56% from the field. Clark, I think he was over 70% from the line. Those were career highs.
Yeah, and a terrible blow for Varejao and the Cavs because of that injury, the Achilles tendon. But it led to the deal for Mozgov, and that's worked out quite nicely.
And here are the Cavaliers now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Shumpert, no good. Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded by Williams. 1:14 left here in the second. Johnson, good.
And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is starting to play out now. So we'll see if they can close it out.
Thompson sets the pick for James. Trying to find Thompson, who gets it to him.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's Johnson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Johnson's got the lead up to 10 now for Toronto. Outside jumper. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
4 on the clock. Here's Joseph. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Thompson, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And he banks in the layup. Patterson's got 5 points so far.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And that concludes the first half. Raptors lead by 10. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Okay, Kevin, here with Coach Casey. And, Coach, you've done a tremendous job forcing turnovers and getting into your transition game. What do you tell your guys to keep them to keep doing what they're doing?
Push the ball. We always want to push the ball. That's the stop. But, again, we got to make good decisions. We don't want to come down and give it right back to them and let them run it down our throats at the end. Run the ball, wings get out and run, pass it ahead, but then make good decisions and attack the basket.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the 3rd quarter.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. But we did get a nice lift off the bench in that half. I might want to stay with some of those hot hands, so everybody be ready. And when it comes to the speed of the game, I'd love to see it being played at a walk, not a sprint, if you get my drift. Let's not hurry things. We're the ones in charge of this game, and that's not going to change in the second half if we stick to the plan. Now let's polish this off in style.
The second half just about to get going here.
Been a big game for DeRozan. 19 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Checking out the group for David Black to start the second half. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now here's James. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Valanciunas, good. And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 10-point game. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Stay down. Stay down.
For Cleveland, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
At the line for 2.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Raptors leading by 9. Outside Lowry. DeRozan in the corner. To the paint and stolen by Love.
That's a wall.
And Irving with the basket on the assist by James. LeBron's got his 8th assist here tonight. Lowry kicks to Scola. Great D that time from Love. The Cavaliers trail by 7. LeBron passes to Smith. And he gets it to go. Smith's got his second bucket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Toronto's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Screen by Scola. Puts up the baby hook. And again, Toronto no luck. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Smith kicks to Mozgov. Tries from 10. Here's Love. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
A floater. Scola with the rebound. Scola's got his 3rd rebound on the night. DeRozan in the corner. They double him with Irving. And Valanciunas kicks to Carroll. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Irving dishes to Love. Irving against Lowry. Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. The putback is no good. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter.
And for Luis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
Now here's James, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Nice shot by Smith.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's DeRozan. 21 points in the game. Scola inside. He's going up against Love.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
Smith kicks to LeBron. Back to Smith. The feed to Mozgov. From 10 feet out, Hassan Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside DeRozan. And Mozgov comes to help. Carroll, no one around him. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Carroll's got his 2nd bucket of the night. James kicks to Mozgov. Here's Irving. Count the bucket.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here is Lowry, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. The drive by Lowry. Mozgov with the block. And they get it back. That's good. And that's 13 points now for Valanciunas. The Cavaliers trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Irving. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips now on the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. And that sends Valanciunas to the free throw line. That one on Mozgov. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
The Raptors making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Jefferson's checked in. And Valanciunas, no good on that. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Mozgov. Jefferson kicks to Irving. Can't get it to go. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Carroll passes to Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Jefferson. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Screened by Valanciunas. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. LeBron kicks to Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. 18 points for Love.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now, here's Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Toronto, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for DeMar Carroll. Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Cleveland also making some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. Cavaliers trailing. LeBron outside. And they double up James. Thompson dishes to Varejao for the tie. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph. Pass to Valanciunas. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outside Williams. Dishes to Jefferson. Pick by Varejao. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
The first free throw is good. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable play.
Good point.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. Shumpert. Here's Thompson. And that misses. That would have put him up. Raptors with the lead. Now Joseph. He's got 7 to the inside. It's stolen by Jefferson. On up the court. Jumps up. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Here's Joseph. The Cavaliers making the shot. Clock at 6. Here's Patterson. And again, Toronto no up. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Here's Patterson after Richard Jefferson's basket, and the basket by Johnson.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Cavaliers leading. And here is Williams. He has 5. Picked by Bergeron. Outside jumper. Fires from deep. Toronto grabs the miss. Now here's Joseph. Patterson, the screen. Joseph with the ball. He's got 7. Patterson a screen on jumper. Now here's Joseph. Guarded by Shumpert. Count that one. 17 points for Johnson.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Williams kicks to Shumpert. Ross with the steal. Pass to Patterson. He feeds it to Joseph. Johnson sets the screen for Joseph. Down low. And it's Johnson that time on the assist from Joseph. Joseph's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Shumpert. Fires the 3. Count the bucket. Shumpert's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Johnson with a screen on Williams. And Joseph kicks to Johnson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. The closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic Clark improvement there.
Yeah, and I think it was all due to shot selection. He dialed back on the number of threes that he was taking the year before, and his percentage went up.
And back to James Johnson. Yeah, he improved his shooting percentage, but the rest of his game has been kind of in a holding pattern. He's averaging neither highs nor lows in any other category, and that means to me he may have flattened out in terms of reaching his potential.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Freak. So Johnson hits 2 of them.
Talking about James Johnson, the reality is he's a role player. Like most NBA guys, he certainly can be a valuable role player, especially if he can shoot near 60% from the field again. But don't expect him to suddenly become LeBron. That's not his game, nor his ceiling.
Now here's Shumpert. 7 points in the game. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. We'll shoot 2.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
2 shots.
That's good from Shumpert. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo, but he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set And you can see that evolution right before your eyes. One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. He kicks it to Bergeron. And he gets it to go. And talking about him on Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward. What a game we've seen here for Johnson. He's got 21 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Johnson. Second free throw, no good.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Thompson misses.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Now here's Joseph, guarded by Shumpert. Johnson with a screen on Shumpert. Kicks it to Johnson. To the middle. And Thompson sends it back. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Here is Lowry. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patrick Patterson is out there with Johnson. And it's Carroll in at small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Lowry drives in, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Toronto. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Patterson, the screen. Lowry has the open look. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 4th rebound in this one. LeBron kicks to Mozgov. Picked by Mozgov. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. He's looking for Carroll and finds him. And the rejection by James. That gives them the lead. And it's now 23 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Key bucket, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Irving passes to Mozgov. Smith against DeRozan. Mozgov's shot is off.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And it's Lowry penetrating. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Smith on the wing. Love with the screen for Smith. Shot from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They've led by as much as 10. Lowry kicks to Scola. And DeRozan. Here we go. Patterson, that's good.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first. And that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Now here's Irving. LeBron kicks to Irving. Fires the three. And they will call over the back on the play.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Toronto with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. DeRozan on the wing, covered by Smith, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Hit some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Move the ball.
Now, here's Lowry, off on the layup.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
LeBron dishes to Irving. It's stolen by Carroll. DeRozan passes to Lowry. Feeds it to Valanciunas. Mozgov with the block. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. James up top, guarded by Scola. Love against Valanciunas. The drive by Love. That is good. Now just a 1-point Raptor lead.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen. Scola at the elbow. And the Raptors miss again. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to James. To take the lead. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. Irving against Carroll. Outside for Lowry. Lets it go with a 3. And James pulls it down. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now the pass to Love.
That's the wall.
A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Love's got 22. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Here's Smith. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Smith's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Cavaliers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
So it's the Cavaliers now, after the Raptors pick up 2. And that one's good. Love.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Lowry. Rebound by Smith.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Irving can't hit.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Now Lowry.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
6 on the shot clock. No good. Great D that time from Irving.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by LeBron James. Here's Valanciunas. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
James kicks to Love. from 13. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. Scola sets a screen for Lowry. The feed now to Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And now just a 1-point Cavalier lead. Picked by Mozgov. Irving drives in. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Well, getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard.
That's
why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
Good on both.
How about the night Irving has had? He's got 21 points, and he's produced 6 points from the free throw line. That's nice work.
And, Clark, it'll definitely help their cause.
Now, here's DeRozan. Here's Scola. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. The Raptors making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the second free throw, good.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
The drive by Lowry. Steps back and fires. Here's Scola. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now here is Smith. Thompson left side. Back to Smith. Shoots off the step back. Shot is no good, so the Raptors will take it the other way. And here's Lowry to take the lead. They get it back. Scola. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. The screen from Thompson. Mozgov, a screen on DeRozan. And they double up James. And stolen by Scola. Johnson against Smith. To the paint. Here's Scola. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Scola's got the game tied up here for Toronto. LeBron passes to Thompson. Smith kicks to LeBron. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 13 assists.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Irving dishes to Mozgov. The drive by Smith. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And stolen by Irving. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you've got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Shot clock at 5. And it's Lowry penetrating. That one off the back iron and out.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
And he gets it to go. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
He dishes it to Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And now, 24 points now for Valanciunas.
Oh, that's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Mozgov's shot is off.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
And Lowry gets double-teamed. Valanciunas with the ball. Now defended by Mozgov. And the basket by Stoa.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
LeBron drives in. Smith with a wide open look. And the three ball is good. Smith's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Raptors trail by 3. Lowry drawing the double team. Johnson, the pass to Valanciunas. 11 feet away. Johnson with the rebound. And here are the Cavaliers. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Smith for 3. Thompson. It's good.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them.
Yeah, and how great are his ball instincts there. Just having a knack, really the instincts to just get after it on the backboard.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Toronto. Kyrie Irving. Taking 2 shots.
All right, now. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Scola left side. Rebound by Smith. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's his 4th personal foul. Shooting for Toronto. J.R. Smith. 2 shots.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And Valanciunas gets to DeRozan. No good from outside. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of season that you set out to achieve right from the get-go?
I just wanted to play well. This whole season, I got back to what I know I'm capable of doing, and that's having fun with this game and, just believing in myself and my teammates. So I'm happy to be in a good place.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
thank you, Doris. Great. interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
How much would every team like to have a big man who's able to do the things that Kevin Love does? He can play close to the bucket, he can spot up from long range, pass, drive the lane, rebound, you name it. I'm glad he didn't hold back tonight. He let it all hang out.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Yo, freak, what's up, baby? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem take my pockets full of fat knots, making all the ladies drop. Paint these street corners green. My banknotes look hella bill scene. Half man, half amazing. Call me Simmy out the demigod. Halo crown with the dollar sign, got on pulpit. A ghetto saint to a grand designs, call me focus. Before the Basquiats, the streets is hopeless. I'm that Harlem Saint painting pictures, making new kind of skill, banking up to 12 figures. They call me Basquiats, pockets full of fat knots, dust till dawn. Your boy makes the street pop, got it on lock, body don't stop, make it hot. Love it when the bunnies bounce when they on top. Basquiat, I got on the 7 seas, making waves so the world knows me. Basquiat, my pocket go deep, I dive in the heights, get up and then creep. I'm on my hustle and grind, I'm all about my money. No time for playing games when the game ain't funny.
Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name?
Hey, he goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo. I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video, get some honeys up in there dancing. Hey, we could build a franchise around this, yo. Hey, I want us to do a deal, freak.
I mean, what you mean by us, Vic?
I mean us, as in you and me and you, putting some serious Skrilla behind this and... Put me on, man. I'm Basquiat.
What?
You heard me? I'm Basquiat. That's me.
That's you?
Yeah, 100.
Okay, you nice with it. What? Yeah. Wow, okay.
Thanks, man.
Basquiat.
Yo, we don't need no major label to make this happen, man. And in the end, we reap all the benefits. Think about it.
I know what you're thinking. I noticed we passed Colonel Young Park, too.
Yo, Coach Judy was the best. I remember when she took us from park to park so we could play ball. She taught us how to be comfortable in places other than the courts and the projects.
Word. Yo, Coach Judy would have us shoot hundreds of jumpers all over the court with both hands.
Hey, you caught on to the ambidextrous thing real fast, though.
Right. Nah, but you were a beast with the hops. You were like 13, 5'6", and could reverse dunk with 2 hands. Right. Come on, man. Whoa! Yeah, used to bug all the older dudes out on the court.
Yep. Oh, good times, man. Good times.
What's wrong, Vic? What's wrong?
It's nothing, man. It's silly, really.
Come on, Vic. Fess up.
I'm thinking about how fortunate you are. You know, how blessed you are. You know, you grew up with a mom and a dad, both parents. Your family treated me like family when my dad died in Greenhaven in his 9th year on his 40-year bid. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I turn around, my mom's died from that flu. That sick parting gift my dad left my mom's.
Oh, I feel you, Vic. But it's all right, man. You know, your moms and pops were good people. You know, may they rest in power.
So you gonna patronize me now? You gonna pity the little boy whose worthless, low-budget parents died from AIDS? Is that what you gonna do? Yo, don't pity me, all right? And don't play me neither. As a matter of fact, go play the lottery, because, hey, you never know. Your chances might be better.
Vic. What are you doing right now?
You got everything, don't you, freak? What do I have? Nothing. Man, I got nothing. You won't even, your cheap butt won't even front me the Skrilla I need to back a Basquiat mixtape, yo. And on top of that, I get banned from traveling with the team. I get banned from the locker rooms. I get banned from the arena. What? Would you let them do this to your best friend, man? What kind of friend are you?
Vic, you being serious right now. You're serious. Yeah, you sound like you on some Welch's sour grape right now, man. You jelly?
I ain't jealous of you, freak.
You sure, man? Because this, well, I don't know what you call this little tirade. It spreads like some Welch's grape jelly. Are you jealous?
Like I said, I ain't jealous of you, freak. As a matter of fact, I think you are jealous of me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think you jealous of the way that I'm laying it down with these hotties on Instagram while you stuck at home with your one blazing beauty. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't get heated because you went behind my back to get at Yvette, and she turned you down, B. Oh, well, what's wrong, Basquiat? Yeah, that's right. Look at you. Out there drowning in the middle of a whack lake without a lifesaver.
Brother, real talk. You know how I get. All right, I was feeling a little friendly. I got a little loose with it, you know. I was just up and out. You know me, man.
Save that riff for Heathcliff. Yvette told me all about it. I kept it on the low. See if you ever was gonna mention it. You did it. You broke the code, B. One never steps to his boy's boo, even after they break up. But you broke the code. And you know you did. But you know what? It's still all love here. But it's you who chooses this life in these streets. You know, you want to get on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Tinder, trying to chase these thirsty tens. Yeah, use my name as a coupon. Reel them all in. Hey, sweet thing. Hey, sweetie pie. Hey, shawty, you know I'm a FOF, a friend, a freak. And then when they husbands and boyfriends start coming after you and you want to play the macho man role, start throwing hands, scrapping and fighting, who's the one that has to bail you out of jail? Huh? Who's the one that has to pay these lawyers in six-figure settlements, huh? Me! Not you. Oh, no, not you, Vic. And then when you want to throw these lavish parties without consulting me, who's the one stuck with the bill, Vic, huh? Me! Not you! But me! I have hit you off in the past 10 months with $250,000, Vic. $250,000! That's a lot of money. I don't mind you eating, but when you being a glutton, and a glutton off my plate and my food, love is love, but I'm keeping it 10 times 10 with you right now, Vic. 100! As usual, 100.
You right. Right, freak. You've been carrying me for a long time. And I've been a burden and a hindrance to you. And I'm sorry. I thank you for your generosity of finance. I thank you for your generosity of friendship. I thank you for your generosity of spirit.
You know what? It's all good, my brother.
But you owe me.
Owe you?
Yeah, you owe me.
Yeah, how you figure
Big
that?
time.
Uh-huh. How? How?
Dirt Bike Donnie. Remember him? Dude who was robbing everybody in the towers?
Vic, I thought we was never, ever gonna talk about that.
Oh, you thought wrong, homie. I remember it like it was yesterday. Remember when we were on the stairwell in the building? Remember that? We had just brought our sheepskin coats from Delancey Street, our senior year of high school. You were the hottest prospect in the country. and Donnie's jealous butt, man, he had it out for you and me. But more so you, freak. More so you. Remember when he saw our brand new fresh sheepskin coats? Oh, dude lost his mind. He ran up on you and told you to run it.
Man.
Oh, man, he wanted your coat.
Yo, nah, Vic.
Oh, he wanted it so
Vic,
bad.
no, we were fighting, all right? We were fighting. Okay, then he reached in his coat, and when he pulled, we struggled, man.
Yeah.
And when he pulled back, he fell down stairway by himself and cracked his head in two.
Yo, man, hey, calm down. Yo, it's all good. It's all good, fam. I was there. Remember that? I was there. I saw the whole thing. It's like you said. Everything happened so fast, you know? You was working off of adrenaline and pure instinct. I know you didn't try and do it. I know you didn't try and do it, man. Yeah. Anyway, I took care of all the loose ends when you ran down the flight of steps. Left me holding the bag. Yeah. So your secret is safe from me, Freak. Has been and always will be. Safe from that same morality clause that you threw in my face when I was banned from your NBA life. So, next time you want to talk about food, remember, when Dirt Bike Donnie looked at you like food, who was it that saved the day? Me! It was me! Victor Van Leer, who cleaned your dirty plate for you! You're a clean freak. You clean it in the Board of Health. 'Cause of who? 'Cause of me. You got all this because of me. And don't you ever forget that. Oh, man. Hey, I just thought of something so funny. You gonna get a kick out of this. You gonna get a kick out of this. Yo, I need you to ask you for one more favor.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bruh. That's hilarious.
Hey, it might be the last favor I ever ask of you, but you gotta admit that's really fun.
Yeah, of course. Anything for FOF.
Oh, hey, says the NBA megastar, his voice dripping with the sarcasm. Hey, yo, peep this. Let me borrow this here ride, man. Hey, come on. It's not like you're gonna miss it. It's just gonna sit in your Tribeca garage next to your Aston Martin and your Lambo, and we both know they're collecting dust. Yo, how many whips you got anyway?
Man, come on.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even want to know. Yo, this ride is for sure an aphrodisiac for all the hottie hots. Man, we living the life, man. My main man, Frequency Vibrations. We for sure living the dream.
I need this back at the end of the season in the same condition. Repeat, same condition.
Same condition.
That I lent it to you. Pristine, Vic.
I know what that word means. Hey, I won't let you down, man. I'm gonna treat this ride like one of my own hottie hots.
No, you not. Not in this car, you not. No.
All right, man. I won't let you down, okay? I will change my ways, I promise. Yo, you hungry? I'm hungry, man. Let's go get something to eat, man. Let's get some grub. Huh? What do you say? What do you say?
Wow.
Freak, I didn't expect you to be here.
Coach let practice out early.
You okay? What's going on?
Same old, same old.
Wow, your shoulders are really tight. Are they stressing you out again?
Yeah.
Well, you know you always got me, right? I'm always gonna be here. Baby, I'm your ride or die. And as quiet as it's kept, you and I are the real team Freak.
Of course. Word of my mom's. I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she gave me a different feeling, which was something I fell in love with. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. It just became that. You could tell when we started falling, like, I get a text message and she's, who's that? And it's just like, oh, so we worried now. Oh, so no more of that? All right, you know what I mean? So that's how I came to agreement.
What's different about Yvette?
Well, when you could teach me something or give me knowledge about anything, I'm already attracted to you as a person. I love learning, and she was very intellectual, and she's a very strong woman. And in this life, I need a strong woman.
Tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, It'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Earlier in the season, it was Toronto coming away with the loss in this matchup against Atlanta. And that game moved the season series to 2-0.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Boys, nice and high.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Atlanta, Teague and Korver are the guards. Paul Millsap out there with Mike Scott. And it's Horford in at the center, filling out the middle. Johnson gets the bucket.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Now here's Korver. Inside, Millsap a screen, shot's good.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Lowry dishes to Johnson. In the corner, it's Patterson. Back to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And DeRozan. Here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Millsap. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. Passes it to Korver. Millsap kicks to Korver. Scott dishes to T. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Lowry. Johnson outside. From past the arc. Rebound Atlanta. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Now here is Lowry. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Valanciunas, the shot no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Teague against Lowry. Scott, good. Scott's got his first basket.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Johnson outside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Paul Millsap picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Toronto shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And that one misses. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, and Al Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. That puts them in the lead. Teague's got his first 2 points of the night. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
Teague, his shot, no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. Toronto trailing. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Johnson wide open, he fires. And again, Toronto no luck. Horford the pass to Teague. Here's Korver. They grab their own miss, and that one's good. Horford's got his second basket of the night.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Here's DeRozan. Rebound, Atlanta. Here's Millsap. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Teague dishes to Korver. Scott kicks to Millsap. They set the pick. Millsap a screen. Pass to Teague. Scott with a screen on Lowry. Clock at 4. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. No one covers. Scott's got his second basket of the game.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Patterson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy.
The offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
That free throw good from Patterson.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Now here's Teague. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Johnson kicks to Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Korver. 20 points for him last game against Chicago.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball up the floor.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Valanciunas with a screen on Teague. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Raptors. Damari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. Now, here's Teague. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. It's DeRozan with the drive. Outside Lowry. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Picked by Horford. Teague, the pass to Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Now here is Lowry.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
It's Lowry again missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Teague drives in, and he gets it to go. And now a 6-point Hawks lead.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Teague against Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. Back to Lowry for 3. No good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Teague against Johnson. Down low. Here's Horford. And again, it's Atlanta.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Teague. Outside Millsap. And it's Korver in the corner. There's the pass to Horford. And Atlanta again with the buckets.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
The drive by Lowry. And it's sent back by Horford.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Teague to the middle, poked away. And Al Horford again. Horford's got 12 in the game.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
And it's DeRozan missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Misses from short range.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Here's Scola. Misses off the right iron. The Hawks leading by 10. Here's T. Outside, Scott from deep. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 14 points for Horford.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Lowry kicks to Johnson. On the wing, DeRozan. Guarded by Korver, and he gets the bucket.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
T kicks to Millsap. The dish to T. Korver gets a wide open look. And the 3 off target. Raptors trail by 10. A chance now to go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Guys, he anticipates they'll be able to take advantage of the perimeter defense they're facing today and convert a lot of easy chances and uncontested looks from the outside. We'll see if they can knock them down, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3 ball.
Atlanta with the ball. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Teague drives in. Millsap has the open look. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And it's 6 points for Millsap.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now here is Lowry. He dishes it to Scola. From downtown, the basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Horford sets a screen for T. Dishes it to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague can't hit.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
The Hawks leading by 7. Korver dishes to T. And it's Lowry with the rebound. Lowry's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Hawks ahead. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back. Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning a championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
Francis in at 2-guard. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Ross in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
Freak kicks to Ross. Patterson, the screen. Now here's Joseph, guarded closely. Shoots. Atlanta with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And Schroeder still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his three-point shot and cut down his turnovers. But those are things that often come with time. And he's got time, still very young at this stage of his career.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Now here's Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And again, no good by Toronto.
And for Schroeder, not a great outside shooter yet, but he's an attack guard. I mean, blinding speed, very slippery, eel-like. He gets into that lane and can make a defense collapse in a heartbeat. That alone is where his value is right now.
And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, it's consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Holiday. Tries to snap the cold streak. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Joseph. Atlanta's shooting it very well tonight, around 57%.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
For Toronto, they come in off the loss to Oklahoma City.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
And I think that's exactly what they have to do, guys. Don't dwell on the final score. You know, think about the things you did well and move forward and take it from there.
So check out our stats for Splitter, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Presence for them inside.
No question, he blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
Valanciunas, who's checked in for the Raptors. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter. basketball. Joseph with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. The Hawks second.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Free throw good, Joseph. And Joseph drops them both. The Hawks leading by 9. Now Schroeder. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. A clear look for Hardaway. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Raptors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. They set the screen. Joseph, the pass to Biyombo. Here's Valanciunas. Good on the shot. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the game to go. Hawks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Splitter sets a screen. Here's Schroeder, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Feeds to Muscala. Splitter sets a screen. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Joseph. Valanciunas with a screen on Holiday. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Holiday. For the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Stretching back to the break, here's how the Raptors have performed. 10th in opponent offense, 13th in opponent shooting percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in fewest turnovers. When you can be in that company, you're giving yourself a chance to be a winning team.
And you look at their opponent's points per game. Now, some of that can be influenced by pace of play, but I still like what I'm seeing from them defensively. Getting stops, a big part of how they win games. Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder ended up having a lot of troubles. He dropped in a handful of points, and he also added a few assists as he set up his teammates as well. He shot a very low percentage from the field, uncharacteristically low. We'll be curious to see how he responds here in this one, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Great job. And you know, even the best players have weak games, guys. And I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, you know, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
That is the question, Greg, and I'm guessing he can. I'm sure he's discouraged, but he won't dwell on it. He knows how to deal with having an off night.
Valanciunas with a screen on Holiday. Joseph dishes to Freak. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Screen by Valanciunas. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads from 13. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
Atlanta leading by 8. Schroeder kicks to Holiday. There's the screen. Now the feed to Muscala. The three-pointer, no good. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Kicks it to Joseph. Freak sets a screen for Joseph. Passes it to Ross. He kicks to Valanciunas. Here's Francis. Sinks the triple. And now it's only a 5-point Hawks lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Patience. Patience.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He went over the offensive plan, and that hinges on running through Valanciunas.
Come to you.
Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Toronto now. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Lowry against T. Pass to Scott. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
And the first one at the line is good.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his three-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
Johnson, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Scott hits them both.
You know, guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Millsap passes to Horford. Shoots from the baseline. Jump shot is good that time. Horford's got 16.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Lowry against T. To the paint. It's stolen by Korver. Right side, Scott. To the wing on the left. Horford with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Korver for 3. The rebound by Johnson. Raptors trail by 7. Rosen dishes to Lowry. Pass to Carroll. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Jeff Teague. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. But I think he's found a home now.
That one is off.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
He hits the second from the line.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
Lowry kicks to Scola. And it's sent back by Horford. And here is Teague. Out to the wing. From 12 feet out. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 8 points for Paul Millsap.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Lowry against Teague. Lowry kicks to Scola. Lets it go from 14. Again, Scola missing.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number one of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
A minute 20 left in the first half. Raptors trail by 10. Outside Lowry. Inside. Here's DeRozan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Looking at the game for DeRozan, he has 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Patterson, he's checked in for James Johnson. And he's good on the second. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. T kicks to Scott. Right wing. There's a good screen. Here's Horford. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Patterson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Screen by Scola. And it's Lowry penetrating. And the shot falls short this time.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
DeRozan against Millsap. And it's DeRozan missing. The Hawks leading by 9. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Horford. And that one is hammered home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Carroll passes to DeRozan. Good if it goes. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one. And so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
Yeah, and the officials on the floor will make the final determination after reviewing the footage from the NBA's replay center. And we can follow along. We see what they're seeing.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
That'll do it for the first half. Hawks lead by 11. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Dwayne, you're being played pretty tough defensively tonight. How do you counter that kind of intense physical play?
Attack the basket. They're giving us a lot of sound and fury, but I really feel like we can attack that pressure, go by them with penetration, and make this basketball decisions once we go by them.
Coach, thank you. Gentlemen, they're trying to make them pay for that aggressiveness.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. I like how many points we were able to generate from the paint in the half. Our offense should have a nice balance to it going forward because their D has no choice but to put some more bodies in the middle and create some space for us on the perimeter. I'd also love to see us get our three-point game going. That would really help us trim the deficit. We don't have any excuses for putting ourselves in this hole. All we can do is give everything we got to dig ourselves out of it.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Al Horford playing very well. He has 18 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed him.
Atlanta leading by 11. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Teague and Corver are the guards. Mike's got out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Horford at the 5. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. For Atlanta, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Al Horford taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. Raptors trail by 12. Here is Lowry.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
To the inside. Nice D from Scott.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Corver, no luck. The Raptors shooting 40% from the field. Outside DeRozan. And that one's good. DeRozan's got 14 points. And one thing about DeMar DeRozan, such sweet mid-range jump shooting accuracy. It was his bread and butter in college, and Greg, the same here in the pros.
And he gets tremendous lift going up, really squares himself to the rim and releases it quickly. Almost an impossible shot to defend.
That drops. Lowry's got it back down to within single digits for Toronto.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And the dunk by Horford.
Stacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Teague against Lowry, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Horford with a screen on DeRozan. Teague dishes to Horford. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Lowry against Teague. Johnson left side. Back to Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Patterson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Johnson, no good. The Hawks leading by 12. There's the pass to Horford. Johnson with the block. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Puts up a 3. The shot is off. And Atlanta will come the other way. Korver kicks to Teague. Here's Horford. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Teague, the pass to Korver. It's stolen by Johnson. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Cans it from short range. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter.
Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
Lowry against Teague. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Horford sets a screen for Teague. 5 to shoot. Outside, Scott from deep 3-point range. The Hawks again can't hit. Raptors trail by 10. Valanciunas with a screen on Teague. And Lowry gets it to go.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Scott with a screen on DeRozan. Millsap a screen. Lowry against Teague. Scott with a screen on Patterson. From deep 3-point range. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague. The Raptors making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Splitter's checked in for Horford. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Patterson, the screen.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Now here's Joseph. He's covered closely. Clock at 6. Screened by Valanciunas. Off the screen. Shot by Joseph. No good.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside. And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
The dish now to Scott. Puts it up from 15. That's good. Scott's got 10 points.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Joseph. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Atlanta.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
That free throw missing.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Some changes for Toronto. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Freak subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Then for the Hawks, Muscala, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Justin Holiday comes in for Paul Millsap. And Hardaway is subbed in for Kyle Korver. Here's Hardaway. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead. The Raptors have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Yambo dishes to Freak. He feeds it to Johnson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
That's his first personal foul.
And that one falls for Johnson.
James Johnson at the line for 2.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
And you know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Hardaway passes to Splitter. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting team. The Hawks second.
As I said, this is one of the better free throw shooting teams this season. Everybody's been doing their job from the charity stripe. They're actually taking advantage of free throws because they're knocking them down. It's been a nice game for Splitter. 9 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
The Raptors making a switch here. Skola's checked in.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Dishes it to Hardaway. They set the pick. Out to the right wing. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was the leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
An easy layup after coming off the pick. Schroeder's got 5 points now this quarter.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Let's crash the glass, but be smart. We need to limit their easy baskets, so get back on D.
DeMar Carroll's checked in for Toronto.
DeMar Carroll. Substitution on the court.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
Francis, he's in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's DeMar Carroll. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Scotty's checked in for Atlanta. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Here's Patterson. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Horford with the rebound. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now here's Freak. He dishes it to Patterson. Pulls up. Missed. And so it's the Hawks who come out.
Well, Paul, congrats.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's... Al Horford, just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there. But I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself. And yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot, swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
swish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.